Hey everyone, I'm back. I thought about what's my favorite color. Like, obviously, you guys can't tell what it is, so I have to tell you. My favorite color is lavender, and even though I don't really have anything lavender, like not even with the Lila, I still haven't figured out how to pronounce it. But even with that one purple Natasha Denona palette, I just didn't have enough purple in my life until the Norvina palette came out. Now, mind you, that palette is not really purple. I mean, the outside is purple, but I mean, it's not like a purple palette. Anyways, I just wanted to do a look today featuring my favorite color. I've already washed and moisturized my face. Definitely used a moisturizer this time because I wanted to use the Farsali Skintune. You can tell I've used this quite a bit. I haven't finished it yet though, because you know, I don't wear the same foundation every single day. Right now, I have on rotation 2 foundations. I have the FENTY that you saw in the last video in color 307 or I'm sorry, 370. Alright, but today I wanted to use a different foundation because these are the 2 that I have on rotation. I've got the Hourglass Vanish foundation. Now I know it's up there in price, y'all. If I want mateness from FENTY, this is my ultimate. Like, I look beautiful in this, and this is actually like a perfect match. I don't have to do any fussing with it, any specialness to it, like none at all. I'm in the shade Natural Amber. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the spectrum when it comes to foundation shades. I can never really seem to find the exact same shade among different brands. It's been a struggle, to say the least. I really like using the Skintune Blur with this one because although it has some fantastic claims that you don't need a primer, yeah, I had a photo shoot to do because I was auditioning for like a contest, and one of the parts of the contest was a photo shoot. So I bought this literally, no, I actually bought this after the photo shoot. I'm sorry. I was going to be doing like the live competition literally in 3 days. And so I went to Sephora and I was like, I want a new foundation because, you know, the FENTY is great. But after I got my photo shoot pictures, I was like, my makeup could have been a little bit better. I wanted to look absolutely flawless because I knew I would be videotaped, and I do have the video footage. If you want to see it, I might post it. I don't know. I was singing, y'all. It was a time. I don't know if y'all want to hear me sing. It's not the best, clearly, because I didn't win the competition. So yeah. But I mean, if you ask for it, I'll post it. But this one you really have to ask for. Anyways, we're just gonna like, look how much coverage that has. It has even more than the FENTY. Like, this is amazing. Man, I keep just losing track of my story because there's so much to it. Let me just make it a long story short that I just wanted something that would look flawless, and I had been interested in this one from the get-go. I just wanted to do this. Also, I'm doing my makeup on hard mode because we're gonna be doing a glitter cut crease, and I'm doing my foundation first. Also because I got ahead of myself and I just really wanted to showcase how awesome this foundation is, because the claims of it is that you don't need a primer, which yeah, no, use a primer. Honestly, if you know your skin and you know that your makeup typically performs better when you use a primer, then this is no exception. I used significantly less than I did with the FENTY, and this is the kind of makeup that is such a good investment. Also, what I'm doing is I'm pressing the excess that I have still on my sponge and just kind of like almost sweeping it over. Like, you really don't need a lot, you guys. Like, I'm teaching you how to cheat with your foundation, because when you do this, like, it looks almost like my skin in person. Almost, because, you know, just about everybody knows how to do makeup these days, and some people can clock it, some people can't. I really don't care. I just like how I look in it. I did try this without the primer just to see how it would go. And I mean, it went okay. Like, it didn't wear spectacularly without the primer. Like, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. Like, it was exactly how a normal foundation would wear on me without primer. So yeah, nothing special there. But definitely whenever I've got my primer underneath, yes. This is the stuff. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my eyes, actually. just because I feel like it. I also noticed that lately I don't put as much on my nose because actually in reality I wear glasses. I do have contacts, yes, but I ran out of contacts and I was too lazy to buy any, and also too cheap. You know, let's be real here. I was really too cheap. So anyways, brows, might as well, because if we're gonna be doing all this, I need to frame my face, y'all. Got my cute little, oh, I love Sailor Moon. Like, it's literally the best magical girl anime in the history of ever. And for the longest time, I wanted to do animation. I mean, I still do. It's still my dream, and make my own sort of magical girl anime. But you don't really hear that much about like Americans getting into that part of the industry, you know? You know what I mean? You know what, today we're gonna do something different. We're gonna start with the left. Even though it turned out really great last time, that I was actually able to make my brows look like sort of sisters. Like, you know, they had a falling out, but they got back together, you know, but they've never really been the same since. Ever since I got my brows there, I've been like, maybe I should just start with the left. It feels super unnatural. You know how like when you get into a groove, doing anything else is like, your body's like, wrong, unnatural, do it a different way. Because I'm not fighting this brow to match it to my other brow, maybe I'll have to do less work. You see, we're learning together. If you have a struggle brow, I suggest, well, let's see how this works first. But right now I'm gonna suggest that you do the struggle brow first. I mean, look at this, it's so peaceful, no fighting. We're gonna draw over here. Huh, now this is strange. I can already see that this brow, for some reason now my right brow looks higher. Like, for me, brows are like the hardest part. I want them to look natural and not overdone, but still like I have my life put together, because when my life is falling apart, at least my brows aren't OC. Look, I accidentally put too much right there. So we're just gonna whoop, clean that right up. Like, I never freak out when I mess up something on my makeup, because things can always be fixed. And super quickly too. This worked out much better than starting with my right brow. It's just a frame. You're laying down that framework. Alrighty, and brows are done, awesome. All right, so now we're just gonna go into the concealer. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting concealer on my lids also. With this concealer specifically, like I said, I tried doing a cut crease with the Tarte Shape Tape, and oh my god, like I used as little as possible, and that mess was so bunchy and just like, it looked so thick and my eyelids felt so heavy. I personally think that I'm cute with and without makeup, because really you need that in this world. You need to believe that you're beautiful yourself. But that was like the ugliest I'd felt in a long time. What's crazy is that I never threw away the product either. Like, it's still sitting in my makeup collection, just chilling. Like, maybe she'll use me again one day. No, honey, I'm not picking you back up again. That was no. Moving on, we've got the Norvina palette. And isn't she beautiful? She's got all of 3 purple shades. My favorite. I am gonna grab my fluffy brush situation, but I'm not gonna put it all over my lid like I did last time. I'm only gonna focus that underneath the brow bone. I'm gonna go into base, and I'm just gonna tap it once because this is a really light shade. And I'm only gonna tap this right on. Oh yeah, that looks so velvety, smooth, and beautiful. Now that that is laid down, I'm gonna go in with Love first, because I love that pinky transition situation going on. By the way, that brush that I used was also a Jaclyn Hill brush. All right, we're just gonna go in with Love, the pink shade, and we're gonna do the tap situation. Actually, I'm gonna use a lot more. All right, tap, tap, and then swish, swish, tap, tap, swish, swish. I did a similar look to this past Halloween. I was a witch with lavender hair, and I love that wig, but I haven't used it since because it is a little extra. I'm gonna pop some soul into it. If you don't like, you know, mixing colors like that, I suggest getting a cheap little color switch. This I got on Amazon. I've tried the Veramona color switch. This literally works exactly the same. This was only like, I want to say it was $3. Like, dude, no brainer. Get the cheaper one, works the same. Gonna pop into Soul. Now my only issue with Soul is that it is so cool toned, and this is so, you know, this is a warm toned pink, so they're gonna do something together. And I'm gonna go straight into windshield wiper motions because look at that. Look at how they blend together to make this beautiful, like, sunset looking type deal business going on. And the thing about Soul also is that it has a sort of sheen to it, so it looks different in different lighting, and it's just really interesting. I'm also going to pat this right above where I had Love blended onto my lid on the outer corner, just to keep it a bit consistent and to keep this, you know, my favorite color, like purple thing going on. Like my second favorite color is pink, so that's why this palette really spoke to me, and I was like, hi, I have to have you. And I really do love it, but I really do not use this nearly as often as I do the Riviera palette and Soft Glam. Now I'm gonna go into a slightly smaller brush. It's more like bullet shaped. We're gonna take our time and we're gonna slowly build her up. I'm gonna go into Volatile. She's a little dusty, but that's okay. We're still gonna build it up, because like really that's one of the best ways to make a beautifully blended thing. Like the more colors you use and then, you know, more time you take to blend, the nicer it is. Like really the only secret that I can tell you about doing eyeshadow is just take your time when it comes to blending. It's not a race. Unless you've got somewhere to be, you don't need to be doing like a full face of craziness. Yeah, I really want to deepen that up though, because this is gonna get dramatic. That was cool, but I'm also gonna play around with colors, and I'm gonna put in Passion. So Volatile was this like dusty brown, and now I'm gonna go into Passion, which is like, how do I describe her? She is like a reddish brown, definitely deeper than Volatile. All right, and then I switch between brushes to help blend, because that one I use for like application, and then the fluffy crease brush I use to blend. And whenever I blend like this, again, the smallest amount of pressure that you can apply, the better. And what I love is that you can still see, this is why I like to do my shadow like this, because you can still see the effect of the pink just on the outer. Like it's blown out, it's diffused, and it just looks so much neater that way. And I'm also going to bring the shadow out a bit more with this, with the color that I already have on my eyes. And then one last color, and I'm gonna focus it right into the pocket here, is gonna be Drama. Come on, Drama. There you go. I'm gonna focus her near the lash line. Now, here's the thing. You can already see that Drama has some fallout. She's causing me some drama. I don't care. I'm gonna fix her up later by sweeping her away, and I'm just going to pack on the Drama on the outest part of the outer corner. And I know it looks crazy, but it won't in a second. And so look at that. Fallout City right there. If you're new to this palette, I recommend, and you know you're gonna use Drama, I recommend that you do your eyes first. To blend it out, I barely even have to do any work. Like, this is what I love about Anastasia products. Now, the only palette of hers that's permanent that I have not tried, besides Prism, sorry, I was about to tell a huge lie there. Besides the Prism palette, the Subculture palette. And that was the first Anastasia palette that I was completely so willing to try out. I was like, I was gonna go to the store that day and buy her. And then I saw all the reviews online, and I was just scared because I didn't think that my makeup skills were that good that I would be able to make that palette work, because those colors are really out there, y'all. Think about it. You know, I'm gonna go in with Drama just a little bit more because I love the deepness of it. I just love that sultry look going on. Yeah, I love how smoky that looks. This is just bomb. I'm gonna go in with Celestial now. And I've got another Jaclyn Hill brush. It's a little bit dirty, but I don't really care because I think I still had some pink on it from another palette. Don't remember. It's okay. It's just gonna add to the dimension of my look. And because I didn't put anything on top of the concealer, this is just gonna stick like right to it. And look at that, like I love Celestial. I kind of use this palette now for like special occasions, which is crazy because I have the Lila palette. That goes to show you that you don't have to spend a lot of money on makeup or anything really when you don't have to. This is what I wanted out of the Lila palette. And then I'm gonna grab my little teeny tiny brush, an even tinier version, so like a little sister. And then I'm gonna go into Wild Child, the pink, and she is gonna go right in the inner corner. Oh God, I love it. This is my aesthetic, y'all. Pink and purple, magical girl like. I just love it. It makes me feel like I'm on a happy pink cloud. And I completely forgot to say that whenever I'm doing glitter or like shimmery eyeshadows, I pat. I don't swipe because that creates more fallout for me than necessary. It kind of ruins the pigmentation of it. Like it makes them crumble, and they're already kind of delicate shadows. Like think about it. They're kind of delicate. So I don't want to ruin that pigmentation that I just patted and patted and patted and patted. I just went ahead and went in with glitter liner like a crazy person. This is Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner in the color Junk Show. Yes, this is the one. I have a NYX glitter liner, you know, because y'all are probably thinking, well, Leo, why don't you just use a NYX one? And the reason being is I don't know what exactly it is that's in it that makes me feel this way. Every time I use it, it burns my eyelids and it makes my eyelids feel tight and bunchy, and that is not fun. I know that there's a saying out there that goes, beauty is pain, but not in my world, honey. Like, no. Life is painful enough for you to pay money to have like a reaction on your eyes or anywhere else. Now we're gonna go into the liner, and I brought with me my Stila Smudge Pot. I know that it's super convenient to use your awesome Fenty fly liner pen that you just bought, but girl, I have ruined 2 pens because here's the thing. When you're dealing with glitter or even metallic, shimmery, whatever, anything shiny, those kinds of shadows, they're going to mess up your pen. I have used this to line over and over again on shimmer shadows and stuff like that it's now caked on, and it's ruined my brush tip. And that is completely and totally my fault. I have learned my lesson that in order to conserve my beautiful Fenty pens, I needed to invest in a different kind of liner to go over these beautiful glittery shimmery shadows. I did grab quite a bit of product, and yes, I am using the same brush that I used for my brows. Get over it. I doubt that it's a problem. I'm just like, y'all, don't come for me because I do my makeup a little bit differently. I can't let go of my wing liner. I really don't want it to be too thick because then it's gonna cover up all the work that I just did, and that's not cute. Don't cover your work. So now I'm just going to brush off as much as I can because I know, you know, damage is probably almost done. I got played. I waited too long. Usually this comes right off, but that's okay. We are going to fix it with some concealer. And we're just gonna whoop right over. Like, did that happen? No. What are you talking about? What evidence? It's gone. And yes, I am using my favorite concealer. Like, really, this is the only concealer I have right now because why use anything else if you found something that works? I lied. I will review some more concealers when I find something that I'm interested in, because I'm not just gonna go reviewing stuff willy-nilly, because one, I have to pay for these items, so it has to really grab me. Unless something brand new comes out and everyone wants to see me try it, then I absolutely will. Like, I'm not gonna say no to y'all, because that's the whole point of this channel, is to review stuff and figure out if stuff is worth the coin. When brand new products come out, it's just not really that plausible to do a first impressions video and it's only for one day and you never like try the product again, or you never give an update if you've been using it for a week. So how my first impressions videos will go, even though I did mention this in my intro video, I do want to reiterate that my first impressions videos will have been shot over the course of a week, or at least a minimum of 3 days. 3 days is more than enough time, especially in my line of work because I work fast food. That's gonna be more than enough time for me to figure out whether I like a product and whether it's performing the way I expect it to perform. Even though this foundation is like, look how flawless it is, oh my lord, we're still gonna do my favorite trick, which is to dot it along my problem area. All right, I'm already going to move on to the contour. Contour going. And we're gonna go just a little bit heavier this time. I'm going, you know, I've decided I'm going for a more glam look, more sculpted, more dramatic. I'm just gonna smooth that out because already the creasing, and I'm telling you, this has happened with every single, it doesn't matter if it was thin and watery or thick and creamy or anywhere in between. My eyes, the way that they are, I'm always gonna have the creasing. I'm never gonna look perfect under there because I'm human. Like, I just have that creasy thing going on. Oh, I almost forgot my forehead. I do that a lot because my forehead is actually kind of small, so I really don't have to focus on that. And even when I sweat with my makeup on, it really doesn't show that much on my forehead. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the contour. And again, we're using the Anastasia. And again, we're using those top 3 colors. And it helps me get the most use out of this palette. I was very hesitant to get a contour palette because I knew I wasn't gonna use all the shades. I at least need to be able to use half the shades. And voila. Now I'm gonna go into blush. I wanna keep it bright. I love how Torrid looks on me. It's also my favorite clothing store. So nice little homage to that. And I'm just gonna go like this a little bit. Oh, so cute. I look like I actually do smile on a daily basis. And mean it. Before I go into the highlighter, I am going to work on my under eye, and we're gonna go back into this gorgeous little smudge pot. I typically switch between the smudge pot and my Urban Decay 24/7 black liner. And I will just place this on. Now I'm gonna go back into the palette and I'm going to smudge it out with that teeny tiny little bullet brush. I'm going to smudge this out first a little bit, and I do have some excess of the color Drama still on it. In essence, I'm blending the two together. To help prevent fallout, I'm being very, very gentle because I already just did all this work. And putting highlighter on top of this color, nightmare. I've already done it on accident. Now I'm gonna go into the teeny tiny brush and grab some Celestial and just go right in that center there. And I also dipped into Wild Child to kind of help that pink and purple blend go. So now we're gonna go into the highlighter. I'm gonna grab my favorite highlighter brush. I am gonna use significantly less of the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in the shade Candlelight. I'm just gonna, boop, just gonna do 2 dots instead of my 3, because I'm gonna try and concentrate this like right here. Whew, my God. It is so bright and so sickening. Like sickening in the good way. Like if y'all don't watch Drag Race, you're missing out. I'm sorry. It is sickening. Now we're going to go into a little teeny tiny bit of the NARS. Just a little teeny tiny bit. Just like that. And we're gonna focus it right there. Just gonna pop that there. Like, ooh. And one more as a sort of little, yeah, extra thing. I love this How Many Carats Diamond Balm from Fenty. And I'm actually gonna go in with my finger, like, look at her. Just like that, and I'm gonna put her right there. She's nice and silvery, but at the same time, like, it's not a silver that looks crazy on me. It's really not. And I'm gonna go in again like this. I don't like to go in with my brush because, as you can see, hopefully you can see, it got some, you know, colors on there that I don't exactly intend for. So it's best to just kind of swirl your finger in and just kind of tap it on. I'm even gonna put some like right up. Yes, that's where you're gonna go, right there. Ooh. And you know what, why not? We're gonna put some here and even on my nose. Now my nose, I don't like putting anything shine on my nose. I don't have a T zone for real. I have an L zone, okay? It's my nose. She likes to pop off and just get so shiny. So now that I've highlighted to like the nth degree, I am gonna do setting spray. I love these Anastasia lippies. You know what? Let's go neutral. Let's do that. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Deep Thoughts. Yeah, I think this is gonna be neutral enough. Yes. And I just love how I only had to dip in once. That's it. I'm gonna go into my savior, the Smashbox and Vlada. Now we're going to go into lashes. These are a pair of Lilly lashes in Mikonos. They are huge. They are bodacious, and they're going on my eyes. Now I'm putting on bottom mascara. All right, y'all, and that completes this look. Let me get this out of the way. So pretty, so dewy. All right, guys, I hope you had fun watching this, and I hope you learned something. You know, like, hopefully I'm teaching y'all something. Really, I'm just having so much fun getting to show you guys what I think is a really fun look, and especially with this sort of a color scheme. Like, I love pink and purple. It's so cute and I absolutely love it. All right, but thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see y'all in the next one. See you later. Bye.